All right, part two. So, my brother, I remember my brother and two of his, I guess one was a friend, one was like an associate. One was name was John. Other was name was like Jawan. He, they were trying to find the guys who, did what they did to me. But after that, there'd be times when I would walk home and I was just really afraid, like walking on the train because I didn't want what happened that day to happen again. And if the area oh man, I hit my horn. I laid my leg on the horn too much. But if I didn't have, if I just went to school in a better area, I think I could have avoided that. But I'm gonna explain to you why I came to Wisconsin. So I'm just coming to terms after watching those videos yesterday. I'm coming to terms with I do have a problem. I do have a problem. And I'm not living right at all. I'm not living right. Like I'm comfortable how I'm living. But I know I'm not living right. I'm not eating right. I'm not living right. And, it's going to I just don't want it to get worse. Because I came here to just get away from the constant reminder of the trauma that I've experienced back home in Philly. Like getting robbed at gunpoint. I didn't have nobody to give me a ride to my job. I had nobody to help me at all. No one showed any concern. And I say a lot. I felt like I was shot and I just didn't feel the bullet into my body. But everybody that I helped did not show any concern. And I'm glad at my age now, those very same people that I helped, I don't have them in my life presently. And I'm a very like guilty person when it comes to, like not talking to somebody. It's really hard to do it to someone you've been talking for so long versus someone you just met or you only know by like just talking to them like sometimes. But everything that I face, man, it's just I feel the effects of it now. I just feel the effects of. Every day I wake up, but I know I could eat a lot better, and I could change some things in my life to feel better. But what I really want, because I don't believe in therapy, because therapy is not an effective form of treatment. I am a man. I think that the real therapy is fixing the problem that triggered the problem that you're facing. Let me rephrase that. The real therapy, if you have a problem like what I've mentioned, I had to catch the bus. I had to work and catch the bus in the very same area that I got robbed at gunpoint in. Had nobody help me. Now, some people say you should go talk to somebody, see a therapist. That doesn't do anything. You're just talking, wasting your money, giving it to somebody that can give a fuck about what you feel. But I would want the problem to be solved, and that is get these guns off the street. Stop having criminals roam the streets. But they're not going to do that. Because what I learned is this. Anything can be done. If enough people put their their resources together, if everybody comes together, things like gun violence in bad areas in this country, gangs, that could be all, we could fight that. As much as but we're so scared. We rather put our time into issues that we know aren't real problems. Like that guy that I made a video about who shot those people in Buffalo, and I stand by what I said. He is not the problem. Now, yeah, what he did was really evil, but how often do you hear things like that happening? Not very often. And I even said in the video that the people in these movements, like the alt-right and white separatists, they don't condone violence. They're a very secret, private organization that a lot of people don't have access to. You have to. It's like joining. It's like joining like a fraternity. You have to do a lot to be in these organizations. Like they don't just let anybody in. But I just think like the reason I'm down here, because I drove my car down here 3 times. I had a breakdown after I got my citation. And some really fucked up things happened to me. I came down here because I was having a breakdown. Had no one to really go to. The lady that I talked about on this channel, there was a woman I talked to at a gas station a lot because I didn't like how they were treating her there. And I mean, the black people were treating her at this gas station. So I would talk to her, I would give her tips, and I don't regret nothing I did for her and she was married and everything. I don't regret it because it's just, I really think out of everybody here in this country, when we talk about immigrants, Asian immigrants are the most helpful people when it comes to having something to offer, but they're also the most mistreated based on the violence that happens to them. And I just said to myself, the last time I saw her, I told her, there's no reason why you should have a job like this. I was telling her, I hope you find some better employment one day. But there's no reason why she should have to work by herself and put up with people like this. But yeah, I will give her $20 sometimes. I had a really good job. And I'm going to get another one, a really good job very soon. I'm going to be working on the 5th. But I had a lot of money. And it doesn't matter, like, my situation now that I'm a little fucked up financially. But, where was I going with this? I forgot where I was going with this now. But I was going to say, oh yeah, I told her, she was the only person I told, I don't like how things are going. I have someone trying to sue me. I have a citation. They might try to take my license away. I think the best thing for me to do is just go. And I didn't know where I was going to go. But I told her I'll find a job. I'll get back on my feet, which I did. The best thing, what I'm trying to do now is find employment, finish college. She's the only person I told.